Alright guys, so we'll do these now. I want to see how you guys like it or not. So I'm gonna do my top 10 favorite anime of 2015. If this is successful, I'll do my top 10 favorite anime of all time, and if that's successful, I'll do my top 20 favorite anime of all time, and then we'll do it like that. I'm not going over 20 now. We'll do this again next year if it's successful. Now, with that being said, let's start with start with my list, my top five. Let's say my top five anime of this year. And I think I only pretty much only watched a good portion, about maybe 5 or 6 or 7. So this is easier. Number five, Seraph of the End. Pretty much, if you've seen Seraph of the End, it's your typical anime with vampire. Well, the human race was wiped out due to a virus. You know, when you watch Seraph of the End, it's kind of, when you constantly watch it, explain either, hey, the humans did it or the vampire did it. So pretty much that's the story going on. It follows a main character, Mika, and his brother. So pretty much when they first start off, they're orphans, and then once they get captured by the vampire, a tragedy happens to their family, and there goes the journey. Now, with that being said, I enjoyed it, but I think if I would have saw another anime, this probably would have even made it to the top five list. But this is probably the only anime I constantly kept up with, not because I was interested with the characters per se. It had, funny or not, it kind of reminded me of Bleach. Yeah, it kind of did. Seraph of the End kind of reminded me of Bleach and Blood Plus. I think it reminded me of Bleach in a way due to the fact of how, I guess you could say, the demon slayers or whatever, uniform reminds me of the Soul Reaper's uniform in a way. I kind of picture Seraph in the End with Bleach. It's kind of weird. I don't know why. Maybe I'm the only one. I don't know. You guys let me know. Did you think Seraph the End kind of reminds you of Bleach? It kind of reminds me of Bleach. So, yeah. All right, number 4 is My Teen Romantic Comedy. This anime right here is probably my season 1 and season 2. Season 2 is definitely my favorite, but it's one of my favorite animes. That's a slice of life, and it's enjoyable. I enjoyed all the characters. I enjoy Hajime. They call him Batman. Yukino and Yui. It focused those three. Now, in the first season, it focused on Yui, Hajime, and Yukino. In the second season, it focused more on Yui, Hajime, and Iski. And I actually, to believe it or not, after the show was going on, I actually started to like Iski. I wanted Iski to either get up with Hajime or with Yui. Not Yukino. I just hated her in season 2. Like, you will hate Yukino in season 2. And her character's kind of bland too, compared to Iski and Yui. They have more layers to their character, where Yukino is more like Hajime, a female version, and there can only be one Hajime, because when you have two characters that have the same wavelength, if you know what I'm talking about, one will balance out the other. Either the other one will be overshadowed to the point where it's like, yeah, I don't want to see you no more because you're giving off this bad vibe per se. And that's kind of how I kind of felt with Yukino. Fantastic series. Like I said, the name is kind of suggestive. Like, it says My Teen Romantic Comedy. I call it snafu because there is comedy in there, but it's not for everybody. It's not like a school rumble comedy. It's a comedy that either you get it or not. They should just call it snafu. Other than that, but still, it's a fantastic anime. I recommend you guys check it out. You don't have to. I would say check out season 1, then season 2. But then again, you can actually watch season 2 and jump into it. But I would say check season 1 if you want to see the character development between Yui and Yukino and Hajime. Just saying. Now, moving on to number 3, which is Mobile Suit Gundam Iron Blood. Nothing else to say. Bandai. Sunrise. Terrific anime. I had my doubts about this, but you know what? Doubts washed away. I think this is a good way to watch that freaking Genesis or Genocide, whatever Gundam that came out last year, off, because that was a piece of shit. This right here is really good. It reminds me of MS Team mixed with a little of the main character mixed with a Hero Yui with MS Team kind of. If you watch MS Team Gundam or you've seen Gundam Wing, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's not like Gundam Wing per se yet. That could change because there's not too many similarities. It kind of reminds me more of the MS Team. How, you know, it's like a side mission. Like this can happen in a side universal side, you know, something like that. And like I said, the animation is flawless. The main characters of the show is really good, and it, like I said, you don't have to watch this all the other Gundams to jump into it. You could just jump into it, and that's what makes this Gundam actually really good. And even any Gundam, there's a Gundam for everybody. You don't constantly have to watch it chronically in order. There's other Gundams you have to watch in order, but not this one. But other than that, I think this was really good. Now, number 2, Prison School. My God, this is one of the most controversial animes I've ever seen. You think animes are pushing the wall? This, I swear for God, this had me crying. I have never laughed so hard, never cried as much for an anime than Prison School. This is up there with School Rumble. Prison School has made it to one of my top favorite animes of all time, and when I do the list, see how you guys like it, it made it to the top, at least top 10 or top 20. It made it there. I got to rearrange some anime around, but it made it. This thing had me crying. I have never laughed so hard in my life to this anime. It is so good. Like, and the animation for this, oh my God, you think freaking Madhouse did this shit. Oh my God. It makes freaking One Punch Man and Attack on Titan animation and Hunter x Hunter look pretty bad. This is good animation. I was like, holy shit, what the budget on this thing is. All colorful and light, just love it. And it's so edgy. It's so, Prison School is the definition of a fun time anime. And let your imagination go. That's pretty much the best way to describe it. I enjoyed it. And some people may not like it because of how, you know, how racy, not racy, but how controversial and how, you know, how etchy it is. Not hentai, but kind of etchy with nudity it is, and how, you know, kind of disturbing, disgusting it is at times. But I like it because, you know, the characters themselves too will draw you into the anime because the characters are just so fun, and you just want to. There's one character that will draw you in. If that one doesn't draw you in, there's someone else because you want to follow their story. And even the females, they have a fan base too, so I thought that was handled pretty well. Now, number 1. If you didn't know, you should know. One Punch Man. Oh, excuse me. Let me do it like this. One Punch. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hit the intro in the first video. Probably put the intro in here, and they'll do it better than I will. So, but yeah, this is there's no words to describe this anime. I love it. I really do, guys. This is probably my favorite anime. This has made it to the top 5 of my favorite animes of all time. This anime right here. Prison School is still maybe I'll say this in the top 20, but this is just, One Punch Man has made it to the top 5. I have to rearrange it. I have to write some anime down, but it's on the top 5 list. I mean, literally. It's an anime I enjoy. I love the characters, Saitama, Genos, Supersonic, the Deep Sea King, Lord Boros. I mean, I'm going by characters. That's how much I love this anime. I'm naming characters. You know, certain animes are like, okay, you know, you name characters. I mean, I think this is the first time I've seen an anime that I have pretty much memorized majority of these characters, other than DBZ, and DBZ has a hell of a lot of characters. One Punch, I mean, One Piece. I'm a fan of that, but I'm still learning some of their characters. With this one, I mean, I definitely love it. The manga, I just caught up with the manga. It's fucking fantastic. Madhouse. One word. Goro. Next season. Goro. Make it happen. And that's all I need to say. People, you know what I'm talking about. You manga fans, come on. You know what I'm talking about. I enjoy it. This is an anime for me that the hype is real and it's deserved. With the hype for Attack on Titan, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna come out here and say it's the best thing walking, but this right here, it deserves all the hype. I enjoyed this anime. I recommend this anime to so many people, even at work. I'm not, I usually don't do it at work. I'm like, okay, whatever. All my friends, I say, look, check this anime out. Check this anime out. Check this anime out. One dude actually took it out. He said, this is good. That's all. My job is to make sure this anime gets the exposure, gets the season 2. I'm a fan of this. I love this stuff. And it's not that the fact it doesn't have a story. A lot of people say, oh, One Punch Man has a story because the guy is invisible. I'm like, there's a story. You have to constantly wait for it. I mean, goddamn. It's on. And plus, to be honest with you, aren't you tired of seeing that shit over and over again? Don't you want to see something different? The thing I like about One Punch Man is it's fresh. We've never had a story, a guy that has the Superman-like abilities, and he could just beat everybody. And now we get a story where not he's looking for somebody to challenge, and a challenge where the other guy challenge, not like a challenger constantly come to him. He's looking for the challenge. So I like that. And even people say, well, Dragon Ball Z, Goku always looked for the challenge. Not really. The challenges always came to him. The Frieza kind of came to him when he had to go get the Dragon Balls. Cell came to him because Dr. Gero ordered him to, because he killed him. Boo came to him because Boo came to Earth to look for Gohan so he get the power so he can be born. So pretty much challenges come to Goku, but in a way he does overcome them and become stronger. But in this anime, One Punch Man, Saitama is the shit. He is already strong, and he's looking for the next challenger, and he just don't give two fucks. And I like his character, and he's the king of trolls. Saitama, the king of troll. I love it. I love it. I don't know if I say this in the episode, but I'm going to end it right here. Where this is I think episode 11. It's one of the Lord Boros' minions.
右か。
そうだ、右だ。
じゃあ左に進もっと。